G'day, guys, and welcome to a very impromptu.
Very impromptu. Like nobody knows that we're doing this.
No, so it'll be interesting to see if anybody
Anyone turns up. We can
Yeah.
just have a conversation about like anything we want to. Really, we don't even have to talk about Fractured Shards.
I know, but I just noticed there's 4 people already watching. So if you're watching, say hello. There's 22 now. What's going on? So say hello.
I didn't think anybody would care. What's going on? Big thank you to all the people that have actually just turned up. Like immediately, Well, there we go. Like Aroha Comics. Damn it, Shaun. Why am I still awake? Well, there you go. You are awake because the universe told you to be awake while we're doing this.
There we go. Stephen from Scotland. Hello, mate. How you going?
I need to send a link. Oh, here we go. We've started right now. How do I share this link?
Oh, look at this. Stephen from Scotland. Hello, mate.
How do I pause this?
Oh, my bad voice. How is that? Like, Aaron, how you going, mate?
All right. How do I share this link? I'm not very good with this stuff.
So you just mute me when I start talking.
Can you just send it to me?
Okay.
Just send it to me and I'll do it. How is everybody? Aaron, Stacy, Jonathan, Linda, Ashley, Mary, Stephen, Pablo. So nice to have you all here. Yeah, we're just gonna shoot the shit about Fractured Shards. Basically, that's all we're gonna do.
And there's the link. I'll send you the link. So
thank you very much, Shaun. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm about to post this.
Stacey, how you going? I don't know whether we should show this one, but I do like it, so I'm going to show it anyway.
Hey, fuckers. Hello from Canada. What's up, dude?
Linda, how you going? Woohoo. Dan, howdy, handsome. Thanks, Ashley. So you're saying woohoo, Dan, and howdy, handsome to me? Is that right?
It's continuing on from last stream we did where you were beautiful, Shaun.
Yes, I know. Moira did screenshot that and send it to me, and I'm like, I feel like that image is going to be a meme from now on, because she got it absolutely perfect where I was over the thing saying Shaun's beautiful with me going like that. And I was like, oh no, this is going to be bad.
What's happening? You are going to become viral, and you're going to have to do a BuzzFeed video where you're like, this was the day that I became viral, and I didn't know what happened, and my life changed.
Venezuela, hey, how you going? So I guess we just wanted to kind of Jan said she stopped playing Cyberpunk to be here. Thank you very much, Jan. So
thank you, Jan. Love your work. Love your work.
Argentina. Oh, Zach, you're so nice. Shaun is the most beautiful. Thank you very much, mate.
I totally agree. Open this up a little. I totally agree. So how you doing, Shaun? You good, man?
I'm good. I just wanted to say, it's been such an amazing experience to run this Kickstarter. I have done several Kickstarters, but the community around this Kickstarter has been like fantastic to be involved and see so many people enthusiastic about the project. But everyone is just so nice. It's just, I don't even know how to put it into words. It's been fantastic to see them talk amongst themselves. I happened to be on watching Liam's stream the other night, and there was people on there talking about the Fractured Shards project. Oh, really? And then Liam mentioned it, and I was like, oh, how random is that which was really cool. I'm trying
to get on their show, but Liam and Todd are like the hardest people in the world to get a hold of.
Unless you're playing Diablo. Then he's easy to get a hold of. But up until that point.
No, so no, all the fans are all amazing. Like there's a lot of run over from the Spartacus fans, and they're such a beautiful community, and I'm a big fan of them all, and it's awesome. Like just the support that they've given all of us in regards to obviously my first graphic novel and your 50,000th or whatever it is you've done. But it's been awesome, and I would be completely blowing in the wind if I didn't have you guys on board. So thank you very much for that. It's been good.
Yeah, no, and it's been amazing because they always talk about like Kickstarter, the Kickstarter community, and the comic book community and all that type of stuff. The one thing that I'm like really impressed with is how many first time backers that we've got on this project. So people that have never backed a Kickstarter before that have made the effort to come on and back this campaign. So it works out to be about 20% of our backers, which I think is amazing. Like to have these people go, okay, I've never used this platform before, but I'm going to come on, use it, and support this project. So again, thank you to the amazing community that have supported this project so far. As if you haven't seen, we had an update a day or two ago. We reached the $20,000 mark, which is amazing. We're almost at 20,700. So we've literally only got 4,300 to go to get to that 25,000 and to give away a PS5 to one lucky backer, which is amazing. And as I said, we've only got about 300 backers at the moment, so we're thinking we'll probably get up to about 350. So they've won a 1 in a 350 shot chance to get a PlayStation 5 and a Cyberpunk 2077 game is pretty cool. So yeah.
Daniel Kim, yes, I'm in his fantasy football league. So Cameron, how you doing from the UK? Yeah, so we've only got $4,000 to go to, and then one lucky, as Shaun said, one lucky backer will get a PlayStation 5 and Cyberpunk 2077 video games. So the inspiration is get your friends to back, share it around as much as you possibly can, because the competition that we're running will not properly activate until we reach $25,000. So we've got $4,000 to go. If you've got any rich uncles or fathers or corporations that you've broken your ankle and they don't want to get thrown to court, so you just get some hush money from them, put it towards the Fractured Shards Kickstarter campaign, and we get it because it not only does it benefit us that we can kind of go on to start volume 2, you then get the opportunity to win a PlayStation 5. So spread it around, back as much as you possibly can. I think $29 and up is the actual physical copy of the graphic novel, Fractured Shards. So just plug it, share it around, donate as much as you can, pledge as much as you can. You get some awesome prizes and things like that with it. Shaun will run through all the incentives that we've got for each tier. So it's not only do you get an entry into the PlayStation 5 being a backer, but we got to reach $25,000, but you get all these cool incentives. Shaun, do you want to take it away with the incentives?
Yeah, so from $29, as Dan said, you get the let me actually pull up the Kickstarter, and then
Maddie Riley said, and if we get over 35,000, I have to marry her. So
yes, I have seen that go around on Facebook a little bit in regards to that's bet or that commitment that you've made in regards to marrying Maddie if she gets to 35. Some people are even trying to do a GoFundMe to get a massive pledge to just get it straight up over 35, which I thought was hilarious. Now, before I go through the actual Kickstarter,
also as well, like just before we go, like, so the last live stream we did, one of the incentives, and Shaun will talk about this a little bit later, is that you get drawn into the graphic novel, and depending on what level you've paid, determines how you interact with my character. So Maddie, who's talking about the 35,000 marriage thing, she pledged at one of the top levels of being written to the comic book, and her character is going to be randomly proposing to me in volume 2. So not only will you get some cool incentives and be drawn into the book, you get to choose what you want to be doing. And obviously we will have to try and somehow find a way, within reason, obviously. But that could be another thing. So Shaun, run us through all these incentives, and then we'll talk about which incentives, which tier would be good to get drawn into the book, any way that you want to be drawn into the book.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Eric, who just backed and popped us over $20.7 thousand. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Eric.
So as we mentioned, $29 and above gets you the main book. There's the first 8 pages, so you can have a look at exactly what it will look like. It's all lettered, so you can actually read the first 8 pages. So $9, you get the digital pack, which includes not only Fractured Shards, but a bunch of other comics for $9 Australian. So all of these prices are Australian, but they will come up in whatever country you are. It will come up in your currency. So check that out. For $29 Australian, you get the physical copy of the book. For $39, you get the physical copy of the book and an A5 print. For $40, you get the variant cover, which is Dan About to Explode. For $75, you get both of the books as well as an A5 print. For $150, you get both covers, and you can get an original sketch done by artist Riccardo Facchini. So he will do you a one-of-a-kind original sketch of Dan's character for $150. You get both the books and the A5 print. Now, I think we've got one of these left, which is the $299 get drawn in. Yes, we've only got one left of these, and this is to get drawn into the actual book as a background character. So we've got one of those left for a lucky person at $299. Again, as I said, that's Australian. So if in the US, it'll be about 20 to 30% cheaper. On top of that, you get all of the books. You get the A5 print as well as a sketch. Now, this one, Dan's Experience, we did do live on air. We did a drop in price, and we did get 4 of those done. What do you reckon, Dan? Should we release another 4 of those and do them at a little bit of a cheaper price for everyone that's watching?
Let's do that. Let's do it.
Okay. Well, we'll do it for what do you reckon? $425. So
let's go. What's the one before? How much the cost of the one before?
$398 last time.
$398. Let's have a look here. Yeah, let's do it for, what was it? $440.
$440.
Let's do it for $440. Yeah.
$440.
Do it for $440. Go on, Mars, go.
So what we'll do is we will add another 6 at $440, and that will get you drawn in. As Dan said, at this level, we will allow you to give suggestions in regards to how you want to be drawn into the book. Depending on how you want to be drawn in, it will most likely go into volume 2 rather than this first one. But it does give you a little bit more option in regards to picking what you want to do, whether the $2.99 one is just you as a background character. On top of that, this includes a one-on-one with Dan on a StreamYard experience like this. We will have a private StreamYard experience, so you can have a one-on-one experience with Dan, and it also includes the original sketches, all the books and everything like that. The $6.99 one has you drawn in with Dan as a personalized drawing, which I think is a really cool, amazing idea. And we did drop that from $6.99 to $5.49. So if that's something that you're interested in, again, that will allow you to be drawn into the book and gives you all of the other incentives as well as the one-on-one StreamYard experience. And the final one is the awesome in the tub experience. So this is having Dan himself in the tub, bubbles or no bubbles, we'll leave that up to you, doing a Zoom call for you for 45 minutes. So we don't want him to get too wrinkly or shriveled, so we'll limit that to 45 minutes. So
go for Jan Cook wants to be a villain killed by Dan. Pledge, Jan. Do it.
I love that idea. So, so give me 2 seconds, Dan. You talk to the fans, and I will quickly re-add that pledge at the 440 level in for everyone. So that, and as I said, this is for you guys that are watching and supporting us. So I will do that. It'll be available until the end of the campaign, which runs out in 10 days. So
yes, 10 days. And also, so another thing I was thinking, like, the 1500, Shaun, is it just one-on-one, the 1500, or?
Yeah, one-on-one. That's a pure one-on-one, those ones. So
because I'm willing to, like, if just say 10 people wanted to pay $150 each, then I will chat to all 10 like at the same time. Like, am I allowed to do that, Shaun? Is that because like
you can do whatever you want, mate. You are the boss here. So
yes, yeah. So if you want to, like, because I know there's like really cool groups and stuff like that. If you wanted to get 150 people just to pledge $10 each, that gets you the $1,500 Dan experience. If you want to get 10 people pledging $150 each, that gets you the Dan experience. And like, I'm willing to make sure that you all get a good amount of time with me, even if it has to go longer than an hour. I'm more than happy to do that. So if you want to get like a whole group of people together, then, do that. That's a cheap way of, pay $10 or $50 each. And what is that? What's
so the maximum we can do is 100. So if you get you and 99 friends, we can set up an experience for you all you and all your friends if you do that. So that's totally fine. It's still the one Zoom link or StreamYard link, so we can organise that. No problem whatsoever, and then we can cycle through everyone, so everyone gets time for you. So
if you wanted to just get like 30 people, they pay $50 each. Boom, you've got it. So get together with a group of people and have a chat about it, and then obviously collate all the money, pledge it $1,500, and then we'll make it happen and we'll have a chat. So how many of those we got left?
We've only got 4 of those left. So we don't have many of those left. We did limit it to only 5. So one of those has sold. So yeah.
Carolyn says, so if I win the Powerball lottery in the US, which is almost $1 billion, what can I get from 1 million? Whatever you want, Carolyn. Whatever you want.
Oh, that is hilarious.
So I think that'll be a really good kind of really good way of getting the Dan experiences. You pay $10 each. That's I guess 100 people or 99 people, or you pay $50 each. That's 30 people. Work it all out that way. 150, 10 people, and it just makes it more affordable to a lot of people. Because I know a lot of people see the 1,500 and go, "Whoa, that's just crazy." But if you chop it down into more people can have a chat. So I'm totally happy in doing that and having a fun kind of conversation for an hour or over an hour, however long it takes to be able to give everybody the experience that they want. So get on it, ladies and gentlemen, get on it.
Yep. And I have now added that new tier up for $439. So if you do want to be a villain being killed by Dan, then that option is now up there. And yeah, as you said, with any of our experiences, we want to make sure that everyone gets as much time as possible. One thing that we did decide to do is to organise a after party for all of our backers. So that will be split up into 100 groups and at different times to try and cater for everyone. But we will have an after Kickstarter party for everyone so that we can all as a community have a fun time, ask some questions, and no matter what time of the day, I think I'll have a drink as well. So
yes, absolutely. Yes, Tatey, I will be pruny over an hour having a conversation in a bath. My poor little feet and my fingers, I look like I'm 150 years old, but it will be worth it chatting to all you amazing people. When do we get to choose which character gets drawn in? I chose the top experience, so that includes everything, right? That is correct. Yes, you do.
That does include everything. So when we get to the end of the campaign and the finances are collected, we will send you a message via Kickstarter asking for some photos so that we get your likeness correct, and also those people that have pledged that higher than $2.99, what idea they would like to be done. Would they like to be a cop? Would they like to be an escort? Would they like to be proposing to Dan as he's walking down the street? Would they like to be a villain? Any of those type of things. Now, we might not be able to accommodate everyone's request exactly how they want it, but we will endeavour to kind of do as much as possible to get it to what you guys want. So
yeah, and also like be prepared for, because obviously we have to tell the story as well, and what you've requested might just not fit in with that particular volume. So if it's not in volume 2, you'll be in volume 3 or something along those lines. And then of course, if we run a Kickstarter for volume 2 and volume 3, we will be keeping all of the all of this we know what we're doing and everything like that, so we'll be able to draw it all in and we won't forget you, so don't worry about that. But there's been some cool ideas of people wanting to, most of them just want to get killed by me.
I know that's quite random. So, but
hey, if it's your fetish, it's your fetish. It's fine.
Yeah, it is funny, but on a lot of the Kickstarters, it's always be a hero or something like that. So it is quite interesting where people are like, nah, stop that, man. I want to be the villain. Like, let me shoot some bad guys or kill a few people and then get killed myself or something. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, most of the work that I've done in my career, I've been the bad guy. I've pretty much been the bad guy the whole time.
Which I find funny, because you're like always seem like such a nice guy, and it's like, well, you do have that look, that evil look about you. That's
such a prick. Let's see. What if you play games like Cyberpunk? Can you draw in the character into your story? I'm kind of attached to mine. I mean,
yeah, so
you probably can't replicate it.
Yeah, so they're called OG characters. So a lot of the times, a lot of either other comic creators will have character that they've got, or back in the day, D&D players will have their what they call original character, OG character. So if you've got your character and design and everything, you're able to do some screenshots of those, and you want to get drawn in, 100%, Jan. That is a really cool idea. And the cool things with this, and Dan, is that sometimes when you see something, then the ideas start flooding. You're like, I tell you what, I can use that more than just a background character or and that type of stuff. So Abigail was based off one of your friends, and really it was a couple of photos that you had sent to us. And at first it was just going to be a background character, and now we've developed and fleshed her out to be this awesome kick-ass female character that's going to be introduced in this volume and move on to volume 2. So
yeah, absolutely. What's Eddie Polanco? Can you message me more details about your campaign? We will.
Yep, I'll drop the link of the campaign. I probably should have done that at the.
Buddy,
I know. I'm dropping the ball here, aren't I? So we're at 299 backers. Do you reckon we can get someone in?
Yeah, let's get it over 300. Come on, guys. We got to get it over 300. Come on, we can do this. We can do this before the chat ends. We will be getting over 300 backers. 300 backers, and before the live stream ends, we're going to get a $1,500 back. And remember as well, once we get this over 25K, one of you who backs will be in the running for a PlayStation 5 and a Cyberpunk 2077 video game. Regardless of where you are in the world, we will make sure that we will be able to get it to you. So, get it above, pledge, you'll get awesome incentives. But once we get it over 25K, everything above that, everybody who backs goes in the running for PlayStation 5 and Cyberpunk 20 again. And yes, over 350 backers is a stretch goal as well. And then once again, you'll get more stuff. Do we have the 350 stretch goal yet or no?
So we do, but we're not going to let them know yet until we get a little bit closer to.
Oh, wait, was there a photo of me naked? No. Was it? No. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I think I tell you what, we could probably do something with that in the tub photo or something for everyone, if that's something that people may or may not want to add to their reward. So
how about we get Ricardo to do like a Fractured Shards Sebastian version of In the Tub?
Nice. I like that idea. There we go, guys. If we can get to 350 backers, we will get our artists to draw Dan in the tub, and we'll add that to every physical pledge at no extra price. So yes, Maddie, a very tasteful nude. So
nothing but respectful, tasteful nudeness here. You got the graphic novel.
For some unknown reason, it's not letting me share the link to Dan's page. So I will quickly jump across there and leave the link in there myself. So that is now there. So we're only, as we said, $4,000 off that real goal that we're aiming for, which is the 25,000. I do apologize if you can hear that noise in the background. I've got people jumping all over my roof. It's not me passing wind or anything here. It's getting solar panels put in at the moment. So
we got a question from Troy Hoth, I believe it's pronounced. Can we be drawn in as a character with their own special set of skills to collaborate with Sebastian and repeat appearances in future volumes as needed? Every hero needs friends. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, why don't you?
I haven't thought about that.
Why don't you pledge, Troy, for that thing, and we'll have a chat about what we could come up with in regards to that. Because, as I said, everybody who has pledged in regards to being drawn into the graphic novel, we will have a back and forth and a conversation about what you specifically want, and then what we can do. And as you said, every hero needs friends. I mean, Sebastian is a bit of a loner right now, but every hero needs friends. He needs to grow. He needs to adapt.
Yeah, so it's any of those pledges above the $2.99 one. Yeah. So that standard $2.99 get drawn in one is just a background character, but we're adding all the ones above that where we will liaise with you. So there are less of those than the $2.99 one. So you do need to have one of those higher pledges to be able to do that. But I think that's a great idea. And, if we're able to converse with you and you're not in this first volume and you're in the second volume and there are these type of things that we can do, then we have more of an option to play with and go, okay, we can put you in volume 2. You may be just as a background character, but we'll lay the seeds to have you come in volume 3, 4, and on, so on. So,
actually, I'm liking this because it's giving like the backers and the fans a chance to actually contribute to our story. Yep. And like you will influence things on how it goes. Like we got our story, but of course we're adapting, where we come up with new ideas and this, and for everybody here, when you pledge at that level and you come up with an idea of what you want, that further helps us in regards to creating different story. So yeah, we will not draw you in as a stripper or a hooker. maybe as a politician, which is basically like a stripper or hooker anyway. So so I mean, yeah.
No, and we will speak to you. We'll be respectful. We won't do any of those type of things without consent type of thing. We would never want to put someone in as something like that and then be offended or that type of stuff. So,
don't show our grandkids anyway.
Yeah, this book is probably
anyway. Like I don't see you kind of say, all right, kids, all right, let's do this. All right, Fractured Shards. Oh, the first page they're in a strip club. Whoops. But
do you reckon we should give them a sneak peek and an extra page?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
let's do that. Let's totally do that. Absolutely. So this is and this is also kind of cool because you can see the stages that the graphic novel goes through. So obviously, what we've done is we've locked off the first volume script, which also is still adaptable because you don't do the dialogue until the very, very last part. And so we've locked off the script and Ricardo has started just sketching the panels. And so what we're going to show you is the very beginning sketches of the panel before it's been inked, before there's been color put on it. So it's the very, very plain kind of thing. I don't know which one you're going to put up. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so this is an extra page that is going into the first 8 pages that you see on the Fractured Shards Kickstarter campaign page. This will slot in between, I think it's between
3 and 4.
3 and 4. Yeah, so 3 and 4. Oh, there we go. 3A down the bottom.
Yep.
This was, and I'll tell you a little bit about the process. So we got the first 8 pages done, and I kind of felt that there was something missing. Like, if you go have a look at the comic that we've got so far, he goes from waiting to get permission to go and execute this person who he has seen and believes has killed this little girl. And the people on the other end, the communication, like the police force on the other end, are kind of saying, no, we don't have enough evidence, but he's got the evidence in his head, so he believes. And it kind of quickly jumps from him going, nah, and running over and starting a fight. And I just felt there needs to be a little bit more restraint from him, a little bit more patience from him. And so if you have a look, The guys are all laughing and having a good time with the strippers. He's waiting to get the go-ahead whether or not he has an execution order. Then he gets another fractured shard, or he gets another shard or a fracture of moment in time, and he sees the devastation of the little girl who has been murdered, and that's enough to tip him over the edge to not even bother waiting for permission to do it, and that's why he heads on over. So that's going to go in between pages 3 and 4, and I got that idea from the ending of the movie Seven, Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, where he's contemplating whether or not to kill Kevin Spacey's character, and he gets that flash of his wife, Gwyneth Paltrow. And I wanted it to kind of be like that. Like he's waiting. He knows that he's not allowed to go and do that until he gets permission. But then he gets another fractured shard, which goes through his body, and he sees the devastation of the murder of the little girl. And it's like, fuck this, I'm going to go and do it. So that's where that inspiration came from for me. And also, we've got like a couple of other pages and stuff like that. But so that's where that inspiration for that page came from. I just felt like it needed a little more, and it's just kind of cool seeing it in its spoiler alert for Seven. No, you haven't seen Seven by now. I'm not. No, I'm sorry. No. No way. That's like people say, oh, spoiler alert for Game of Thrones. No. That's the point. That movie came out in 1994. No.
Really? Is that how old it is? 1994?
It was either 94 or something like that, maybe.
Wow.
But if you haven't seen that movie, it's one of my favorite films. It's so absolutely brilliant. Kevin Spacey, regardless of everything, like back then, he was fucking amazing. But David Fincher is one of my all-time favorite directors. I'm going to work for him one day. It would be an absolute honor to work for him. But that is a lot of, like, his movies and kind of like horror films and things like that. They're a lot of the inspiration for me behind a lot of the stuff that I do. That's a little bit of stuff from me. But have we gotten over 300 yet? Come on, 299. No, we haven't.
Come on, guys. We need.
Let's get us over 300. 300 backers. 300 backers. If you want to, be a recurring character, like a sidekick or something like that, I think we've got, how many more of those have we got? Have we got 1, 2, 3 more of those to be drawn in?
So with the drawings, I added up 5. I actually put up 5. So you've got 5 opportunities there to have more of a say in regards to your character and where that will go. So, but I was just going to touch on adding that extra page in. The other thing is having so much support for this first campaign has allowed us to kind of play with that page count. Rather than going, okay, we only made the $10,000. We can only do X amount of pages, type of thing. This has let us, have that ability to go, okay, to tell a better story, let's add a page here. To tell a better story, let's edit this page and add 2 pages here, or push this to the next volume. And that's how good the community has been, is that it's allowed us to kind of look at what we're doing and going, okay, an extra page here would actually do more to tell what Sebastian's character is like, as well as give more of an emphasis on why he does certain things. So, it's great to have you guys, support us so early on in this campaign, that we're able to do these type of things. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The more pledges we get, the more you can pledge, the more we can give you. And it just creates a better story, because in the end, we want to try and create the best that we possibly can. And obviously, the more experience we get with this, the better it'll become. and the better we also as well with our Kickstarter campaigns and all this sort of stuff. But we're really, I mean, we're grateful as hell for everybody who's already pledged, and we'll continue to pledge. It's awesome, and we just, the more you guys pledge, the more we can do with it, and we could get started on volume 2, so you can get volume 2 even quicker, and you don't have to wait as long as it takes to get volume 1, which I think is June, July, or something like that. Yeah. And I think Tatey, you should totally back it thrice. Back it thrice. I dare you to do 1,500. I double dare you.
Yeah, but I have to say thank you to everyone that's been watching. And I know this was a very impromptu live stream. We said we're only going to go for half an hour. We've gone for about 40 minutes. But we do thank everyone for your time. And we've only got 10 days left, so we're coming down to the nitty gritty of everything. So if you have backed, if you're able to share, I know a bunch of you already have, but that continue sharing and also commenting on the Kickstarter also helps in regards to keeping us higher on Kickstarter and more visible to people. So yeah, absolutely. And remember as well, once we get past 25,000, one of the backers will get a PlayStation 5 and Cyberpunk 2077 video game. So there's just as much incentive to do that. So yeah. And I'm excited about that. To be able to give something like that back to the community is really cool. That's why I'm so passionate on wanting to get to 25. Yes, it helps our campaign, but at the same time, to be able to give one lucky person that opportunity to get a PlayStation 5 and something that they might not necessarily be able to afford or would have not gotten them themselves is pretty cool. So
yeah. No, absolutely. And Katarina, don't worry, I completely understand. It's a tough time for a lot of people. And we absolutely do not hold it against anybody who can't pledge or can't pledge more than they want or anything, or have to back out, all that sort of stuff. It's perfectly fine. We're just trying to inspire people to do to give, so we can give you more. I'm sure you've got 100 friends, Katarina, who will pay $10 or 30 friends who will pay $50, and you could totally do that. So that's what it is. I
know. Where's our Rebel Spartacus group that can all get together and get together and do that? I know there's a bunch of you guys out there. Unfortunately, we can't seem to do any of these live conventions at the moment, so this is a great opportunity to really sit down and look and do something like this. It's not going to be super formal. You can ask questions, have a bit of fun, joke around, and also interact with other people that are passionate about Dan Spartacus and this campaign as well. So
yeah, totally. And I have no problems if, just say for example, a bunch of you got 30 people to pay $50 each. I'll sign photos for you while I'm chatting with you and all that sort of stuff. I'll get it out to you. So yeah, I'll definitely make it your worthwhile if you're able to get a good bunch of people together and pay $50 or $10 or $150, depending on how many you are. But yeah, I definitely think it'd be pretty good.
I'm thinking about maybe if we can get to that 350 backers and do that image that we turn it into a bookmark. So everyone's got a tasteful nude of you as a bookmark, so they can read the book and slide you in and out. So to say.
Absolutely. Or maybe I'll just start an OnlyFans. That'll get it. That'll get us up to 2,300 backers or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, is there anything else you want to say before we sign off and everything?
Let's see. No, just once again, just thank you so much. It's really exciting starting to see all the new pages come in. It's all becoming even more real, and very, very grateful for every single one of you who has pledged. You have made this happen. So thank you so much. Once again, if we reach 25K, one lucky backer will receive a Sony PlayStation 5 and Cyberpunk 2077 video game, which you can sell if you don't like them. If we get over 350 backers, we'll get a nice in the tub Sebastian Vitro style photo. If you what is it, 450, 440? Was it 440?
I did it for 439, just to throw a different number out there. So for
439, you get drawn into the comic book, and you can have a discussion with us about what you want to be drawn in as. We might have a discussion about you becoming a recurring character in subsequent volumes. So you will help us in creating the story. So that's another incentive there. And Maddie said,
like this bookmark idea.
So we can see that. If we reach 35K, one lucky person will get a wedding. Maddie really wants that wedding. She really wants that wedding.
I think Maddie's doing everything. I'm impressed with Maddie. She's been out there campaigning pretty hard. So
persistent. What do we got? Okay, 35,000 minus 20. What are we? 20,000.
20,700.
That's another $14,300. If you got everyone to pay $10, if you've got 1,430 friends to pay $10, boom,
done. The wedding bells will be chiming.
The wedding bells will be chiming safely, COVID-wise.
That's it. Well, thanks again, everyone. We will give some updates shortly. I'm going to post a backer-only update to give you guys a sneak peek into a couple of the extra pages that have already been drawn. As I said, backing goes from $9 all the way up to that $1,500. As we said, anything that you're able to afford is greatly appreciated. We do understand the situation out there, so we appreciate everything you guys are doing, and we look forward to the next 10 days, and we might do another one of these before we finish up as well. So
absolutely.
Hey guys, have a good day.
Much love to you all. Get some sleep if you're in the UK.